Okay, we're out here at the Porte Cochere. Porte Cochere. These columns are in direct contact with the concrete, and that's allowed water to moisture to wick up inside of these, and that's why we see all this bondo and all these repairs. And because not only do they touch the concrete, but they are recessed inside of the concrete. The stands should have been installed underneath these columns. And then we do not have an overhead luminary, so depending on which direction you pull in, for the grand entrance, then you've only got these two little lights right here. It could be for the driver or the passenger, depending on which way you chose. If it was a solo driver, they would be facing it, I guess. I don't know. It just seems kind of strange to me that it would look in the evening, if this was all glowing. I mean, it's the grand entrance to your home. 1, 2, 3, 4 more steps should have a handrail. It would be kind of ugly, I get that, but doorbell. Hey, Brian calling. Okay, it should be illuminated and sealed. Doorbell's a little beyond the scope of this inspection. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4th lens in the door light is cracked right there. This door scrapes on the floor. It's a little inconvenient. We've got wooden floors. Moisture readings is a little beyond the scope of this inspection, a Trek inspection. I like to measure it. I'm measuring this bamboo. I'm supposing it's bamboo, and I'm measuring it as a hardwood, and I'm probably wrong about that. I'm measuring between 5 and 7% moisture in the hardwood floor materials. That's generally considered to be acceptable. If it's a softwood, then you maybe want to do some cross-referencing there. But it seems to be warm. You can see some deflections in the floor right in here. We also know this home's had some foundation repair over here. And the thing is the foundation repair, any warranty that may or may not be present, okay, they honor their work. They don't honor over there if they did not work over there. So we've got hardwoods, we've got ceramic tiles, we've got carpet. You haven't seen it yet. We've got some wainscoting on the walls. That's that wood right there. Of course, our cabinetry. Our windows are double pane metal frame. They appear to be original to the house, so it's about time. It's almost 100 degrees. It's almost 70, 80. It's 80% humidity, I think, maybe 70. So high humidity, high heat. I'm not going to see much just with storm windows. It's just not showing off. It's not showing off like it should. Most of the windows seem to be operating pretty good. We're missing some safety glass in some areas. Okay, another thing, besides the moisture in the doorbell, another thing that I don't do is I'm not an engineer. I measure the floor height elevation differentials. I'm using guidelines. Stay in my lane. I'm not an engineer. I'm a home inspector. I'm not calculating slope. I am not going to spec. I'm not doing tolerances. So I'm doing guidelines, and the guidelines I'm looking for is no more than 2 inches in floor height elevation differential overall, and I'm getting a little over 2. It's like 2.3. This is a 2,500 square foot flat. That's a lot of floor. 0.3 of an inch. I don't, that's a guideline. It's a guideline. I'm also using other things like windows operations. I'm using doors operations. And if you remember the video previous to this one, window operations, right? Okay, well that's another window problem. That's not a. I'll get a picture of that in a minute. Well, not the best example. I fly by the wing here. So anyway, on the report, I'm going to mention that the floor measures a little beyond guidelines. But on the exterior brickwork, I'm not seeing any problems. The only problems I'm seeing is on the, not problems at all, the only evidence of movement that I can document is the freeze boards. And for the most part, the windows are operating okay. I mean, except for that one window that embarrassed me. But for the most part, so I'm right over here. Of course, all these measurements are included into it. But I know this is a roundabout way. I know that I must have confused you 3 times already with all my turns and twists. But it's my opinion this foundation is performing as intended. We have some concerns with the retaining wall outside. That is a concern for me. Should be a concern for you. But the foundation is, and I would never dissuade my client from getting a second opinion. That engineer that I'm not, you want to get an engineer? Go ahead and get an engineer. So, I mean, peace of mind is worth something. That might, but my opinion is the foundation is performing very well. This is the office study in here. Of course, double pane metal frame windows. We've got our French doors. We don't have a tension ball in here. No tension ball. How about that? This is my method. Got a tension ball in this one? No. No. So let's just do that. No tension balls in the French doors for the office. This is that other bathroom that I was looking for, by the way. In the plumbing video, I mentioned that I know there's a half bathroom or something. This is a kind of a Jack and Jill type of bathroom. This is for sure. Okay. Vent fan on the left. And it should be on the right. The vent fans go inside. Commode's right. You gonna go flush for us? Well, the shower comes off in my hand. This is the way it works in the wild. Hot's on the left? We'll find out. Didn't mean this to be a plumbing video. Come along. How's it look underneath here? Pretty boring? Is it boring? You'll find out that it's boring on the other ones. There we go. That's some heat. Alright. So we got another fan that's, I think, wired reverse. That doesn't affect its operation, by the way. What it does affect its operation? What does affect its operation is the fact that they vent into the attic. That affects the operation. That affects the operation. Door kind of sticks a little bit, so we'll just write that. Okay, south bedroom. Okay, we're saying that's an office study, so this is south bedroom, north bedroom. South bedroom, bathroom door sticks in its jamb, rubs, whatever. These are the air returns. And I also like to shoot infrared imaging for the insulation. For the insulation, I do. I like to do that. And what was I coming up with? I was coming up with some pretty good observations here. Just kind of walk you through it, and then we'll develop some kind of system right here. Insulation is lacking right up here, right up here. We're in the dining room, okay? And on the dining room, on the west wall, insulation is lacking. Up here, you can see the hot spots. I got infrared imaging. All right, the living room, the southeast corner, is pretty bad right in here. But the lack of insulation, it really is. Right in here in the living room. The study, this is the study. Northwest corner, over here on the other side of the fireplace, right up in here, the insulation is lacking. And then the south bedroom, southwest corner. The insulation's lacking right up in here. This is south bedroom. And then, of course, the ladder is not insulated. So that's horrible. That picture won't be in the report, but I'll just go ahead and, the picture will be in the auxiliary collection that you get. So, then and you're just going by memory, But I've seen a lot of thermal bridging in here, but nothing large and dramatic. Oh, there's a nice little repair. You see that? People have been repairing some stuff. So the doorbell works. All right. We got an air gap underneath the front door, the one that sticks in this jamb. You gotta see that right there. Closet door, you know, all the doors rub just the tiniest bit, but that's not uncharacteristic. And over here, okay, this is the living room, is what I'm calling it. But you see the big stain right there. We've had some water issues up there. Now, the air conditioner isn't up there. The chimney is not up there. That's a roof leak right there. That roof leak happened. It did. Fireplace. We're going to talk about those already. The gas logs should be lined properly so that they don't, you know, cause soot. Started it all. I was looking for this right here. It's called a bug. It's not a bug. It tells us it's tempered safety glass. We got built-in cabinets, all coming in. It's pretty boring. Boring. It remains so. Let's do another window. And then I want to come through when I'm closing up. I'm going to come up. That one's a little smoother, right? I've inspected most of these electric receptacle outlets, and I'm going to inspect some more of them on my way out. Like that guy, I never tested him. He's pretty obvious, but I just didn't feel comfortable at the time because he's probably going to come in and out. Door stops are beyond the scope of this inspection, but we're missing several door stops. Coming on along, so this is the north bedroom, or you could call it the middle bedroom, but this door right here is blown out. The facing is coming off of the door right there. And these windows, this is a slider. I haven't opened it yet, but I did measure it. And it is not 44 inches. So, you know, so a lot of times, you know, you don't want your bedroom windows, especially with children. And it squeaks, don't it? That's what your sliding doors do too. All of your sliders, both of the sliding doors and this sliding window just sound horrible. So, and that's the door I'm talking about. This one goes into another bathroom, which is kind of neat because every bedroom, you know, even if you were to call the study a bedroom, even though these windows don't offer a lot of privacy, but every bedroom opens directly into a bathroom. That's very convenient. And this is the parent bedroom. And I'd already talked about, you know, the movement, you know, along this wall. This is the thermostat. Okay. This is the only these are the only smoke alarms. You got one, I don't even know what that one is, to be honest. But neither one of these, when I push the test button, neither one of these work. You should also have smoke alarms inside of each bedroom. You should also have a smoke alarm in the common living area. You don't have smoke alarms in any of the appropriate locations. Since this is a different hallway, oh, there's a smoke alarm way up there. I couldn't test that one. You want to bet? I want to bet. And then one of our luminaries up there, look at that guy. He's just kind of hanging off, right? Got a switch. One of them works. How about that? Okay. So you don't know this yet. You know, you're probably going to guess that this is the last video that I make. It's one of the first ones that you see. You're going to see a bunch of more. I hope I entertain you enough or keep you. But this is the last video for the day for me. And this is the part, you know, where I just like to say thank you very much for your trust in your business. That means the world to my family and I. It really does. Thank you for giving me some social distance. That also means the world to my family and I. In these strange pandemic times. So, Anyway, thank you. And I would just like to say, if you think that I've done you some good, then maybe a good Google review would be okay. We've talked about this pretty much. Talked about it, and then I threatened to talk about this too. This space is less than 24 inches. The smallest door is 24 inches. A hall is 36 inches. So the space is kind of tight in here. This should be tempered safety glass in here. This receptacle is not GFCI protected, as that one is GFCI protected, but this one should be as well. Another thing that we've got going on in here, and this includes the garage. I think I mentioned that on the exterior, but we got popcorn ceilings. Popcorn texture ceilings. That's dated. Some people, take that down. Well, I don't do environmental. I don't do mold, I don't do asbestos. But this ceiling material has a history, has a known history. A lot of this stuff has asbestos in it. If you paint over it, you've encapsulated it. It's not an issue according to the EPA. If you don't like the texture, then you know what? Then junior and juniorette kids need to go see, the grandparents. And whoever does this, I hope it's the tradespeople, but maybe if you do it, you want to wear personal protection. Okay, mask and that kind of thing. Scrape it all up, put it in sacks, bags, bag it up, take it to the environmental waste disposal down there off of Jupiter, over in East Dallas. Show them your driver's license, show that you're a resident of Dallas, and they'll take it for free. You don't even have to test it. Just pretend like it's asbestos. Just pretend like it's asbestos. And then you vacuum, you damp mop, you vacuum again, you clean it twice, you clean it 3 times. Good home, this is a bud. Man, somebody's breathing heavy here. I got a heavy breather. Alright. So that's the asbestos going on. Now on these windows, like the doors, like the French doors, I was looking for the bugs. And, well, I'll get back over there. But I do not see bugs on these windows. Alright. So and this one's giving up the ghost. I know that vacuum seal is broken. Alright, so this should be tempered safety glass, and the seal is broken. Seal's broken there too. I got 2 going. How about that? Can we keep going? 3? 4? It's the age of the house, man. It's the age of the house. Yes, there's still glass in it. There's still glass in them. So moving on along. One of our luminaries is not illuminating. I was looking for the switch for this guy. Okay, well, I gotta. Yay! Alright, well, what about this guy? We got a switch for you? What about over the fireplace? Oh, there they are, they're hidden. All the switches, by the way, are pretty low in this home. Looks like we got 2 burned out luminaries there. All the switches are pretty low, so they kind of hide behind furniture and stuff. There is no, that might be handy capable, except that the doors aren't exceptionally wide, but it doesn't mean that somebody's in a wheelchair just because, but there is no minimum height for the switches. So there's a maximum height, but there's no minimum. This is the smoothest rolling door. It's a lot smoother than that one over there. It's a lot smoother than that window. This is the screen. The screen's a little rougher. How about that? And that screen's torn too. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. We got bugs in here? Yeah, we do. Tempered safety glass on the sliders. Yay! coming on along. The electric receptacle outlet, and this is only like 4 or 5 years old. Time flies, it really does. But when this home was built, it was okay, is what I'm saying. Man, I bet that was kind of crazy, huh? Finally got you back to normal. I don't know how long that's been going on. I apologize. When this home was built, it was okay to put an electric receptacle outlet recessed like that. But today, if it's more than 6 inches, they don't want cords draping over to that. I apologize for the close-ups. Moving on along, wet bar, we already discussed this. We do not have GFCI there. This is your home inspector. Looking better than ever, I guess. The wainscoting, the doors. This door should have a self-closing spring on it. Okay. So that the fire doesn't walk through. Looks like it's been sanded down. Looks like this door might have been sticking. And looky here, you got a split stile. Split stile right there. Moving on along, there's all our toys. Kitchen, we've already done this. We've already been here. So what I really want to talk about was the floor height elevation differentials, and we did that. I want to talk about the moisture in the floor, we did that. I want to talk about the asbestos, and we did that. And I wanted to make note of the windows, and yes, we've done that. I can just kind of like my forensic imagination, I can see fogging in here, and this is the weather stripping is all torn. I remember having trouble closing him. I'll just leave him alone. I do. He was a little bit of a rascal for me. So this one was okay, and the string is all messed up. I don't do blinds, but you're probably going to want to change some blinds. I think I'm seeing some fogging in there. I remember doing this guy. See how smooth that looks? Alright. I do. This guy's behind some furniture. But while I'm here, I'm prepared for it. And of course, I'm going to make a final walk through here. But thank you very much. I think I can see that guy fogging. But I wanted to show you if I could, because I wasn't holding the camera right. It's the balanced tension ends. This spring right in here. They're falling out of it. So, okay. Thank you again.